Hey, what's going on everybody? Slendz here. These are my top 10 realistic changes that I think Infinity Ward and Activision could make to Modern Warfare 2 to make it a more enjoyable experience. Starting off at number 10, I have the scan and repair. Scan and repair has gotten better since the release of the game. However, I'm still dealing with frequent issues with it. Last night I tried joining into 2 games, both games scan and repair before I was even able to get into the map. It is quite frustrating to be in a party with your boys and you get a scan and repair and now we got to reset the party because the lobby's bugged and it just says connecting. So I do hope that we get some kind of serious fix or patch here on that in the next coming days. At number 9, I do have just the in-game stutters. I get a lot of in-game stutters even though I'm getting 150 to 160 FPS on 6v6 maps. I still get stutters here and there, and especially on Invasion. I'm not sure if it's me, if it's my internet, if it's the Call of Duty servers. If you guys are having the same kind of issue to where your game just kind of stutters and skips around if you're getting in a gunfight or if too much is going on, and even if your FPS isn't dropping, let me know in the comments below because it has been quite of an issue for me since the game's release. At number 8 on my list, I have just better ground war maps. I was a massive ground war enjoyer in Modern Warfare 2019. And I just think they completely reworked how ground war works in the Modern Warfare series with this new iteration of it. These maps are pretty much Warzone size maps, and it's just filled with tanks and helis, and it's the most AIDS experience ever. I can't see how anyone could actually enjoy this. So I do hope within these next coming months that we do get some new ground war maps that are a bit smaller, less vehicles, more of just like kind of the classic ground war Call of Duty experience where it's pretty much just your standard like big team battle or ground war on like larger than normal maps, but not quite the size of these kind of extraction zone / war zone size maps. So I do hope that we get some new ones here in the coming months with these new seasons. At number 7 I have on my list, it's just the Vault Edition rewards. It's really not that big of a deal, but the fact of the matter is everyone right now is trying to grind to level up the 51 weapons in the game before November 16th to get everything ready to go for Warzone 2. If you ordered the Vault Edition, which I did and many others did, you were expected, or we were all under the impression that we were going to be getting 10 hours of double weapon XP as well as 10 hours of account double XP. That is false. Activision kind of scammed us on this a little bit with the fine print text. The only way you were actually able to get the double weapon and double account XP was if you pre-ordered the game through a game menu. Now, like myself, and I'm sure many others did, I ordered the game through just the Battle.net store. I didn't feel I needed to go inside of Warzone to purchase another game. I feel like that's pretty fucking self-explanatory. That is really the only way you're able to get those double weapon XPs. If you're still interested and you're still trying to get that XP, then you can still do that. You just have to go ahead and go back on Warzone and you have to repurchase the Vault Edition add-on, which is only $30, and then you will receive those same rewards. But I was able to receive everything else, like the operators, the weapon kits, everything like that I just wasn't able to receive the double XP. So if you're interested in that, then you're gonna have to go spend another $30. At number 6 I have on my list, this is another more personal one. We need to get the drill charge nerf. That shit literally shoots through fucking like 5 walls, brother. Like, I will be playing and I don't even see a notification that there's any kind of grenade near me, and that shit shoots through fucking 5 concrete walls and it kills me. It is ridiculous. I don't even think it should be in the game to begin with. That's some Rainbow Six bullshit that they can deal with. I don't want to deal with it, but it is in the game and we're gonna have to deal with it. So it does need a bit of a damage nerf because I believe it shoots like 3 nades out the other side of the wall wherever you throw the drill charge at. So I'm really hoping that we do get some kind of nerf because this game's already campy and caters to casuals, slower play styles enough. We don't need grenades that shoot through the walls. Like, it's fucking crazy. Coming in at number 5, we have just the spawn systems in all the modes. I'm sure if you've played this game for more than 30 minutes, you've noticed that the spawns in the game are absolutely horrendous. These are probably some of the worst spawns we've ever had in a Call of Duty, if not the worst. The squad spawn system has been known for years and it has never worked. Don't know why they continue to stick with it, but it is absolutely horrid. I can spawn into Invasion, I'm spawning in front of tanks. I spawn in 6v6, I'm spawning on the other side of the map with the enemies and I'm immediately getting beamed, considering that you die in 2 bullets. So I really hope we get some kind of rework in regards to the spawns like they did in MW19. I know they left the squad spawns in that game, but they did give us some kind of rework, at least on the competitive mode maps, which we are confirmed to be getting ranked play in 2023, so maybe they'll do it around then. Kind of leading off from the spawn systems, at the number 4 spot, we do have a ninja perk. Now, I mentioned this in my last video where I was discussing why this game is broken. There's a lot of inconsistencies with it, but to have a competitively played game, you need to have some kind of competitive integrity. And with there being footsteps that are about as loud as Godzilla walking through fucking downtown New York, you can't do anything. You can't move around the map at all. You literally have to play heady. You can't move around the map at all unless you have Deddy. Everyone is sitting there. If you watch any kind of scrims, everyone's sitting there that has Deddy on their field upgraded to wait to make a play. It's super boring and unfun to watch. I hope that Call of Duty does see that and that we do get a ninja perk added. I know that's not asking for a lot. They've done it in the past. I don't see why they can't do it again. And coming in at the number 3 spot, we do have a UI rework that this could possibly be happening in the next coming weeks. I'll go ahead and throw those images up on screen for you guys now to go ahead and take a look at. I personally like it a lot more. I hope they do go ahead and go through with this because I don't think there's a single soul on this planet that does enjoy this new UI. Yes, it looks good, but is it really practical? Not really. It takes way too long to do any kind of action on the screen and get to where you need to go. So I am hoping that this UI rework is not just a myth and we do get this UI rework here in the next coming weeks or months. Now coming in at the number 2 spot, we do have a lower TTK. Now when I say lower TTK, I don't mean faster, I mean a slower TTK. The fact of the matter that the CDL literally has to ban a gun and GA it within the first 2 days of the game being out because the AK-74U can kill in literally 2 bullets in a core mode is ridiculous. That is literally hardcore type shit. I don't understand why they continue to make the TTK faster and faster and faster every year after we're constantly asking for a slower one. So I hope we get some kind of rework here, or at least some kind of clarity on why exactly they're doing this. I am under the impression that a lot of these decisions that are made for multiplayer are based off of Warzone and DMZ, and they're trying to keep it all kind of familiar in the same family tree. I strongly disagree with that personally. I feel like a multiplayer should be its own kind of entity, and since there is its own community that kind of revolves around it, especially the competitive side. So I do hope we get some kind of TTK lower or anything of that sort, just to make the gunfights feel a bit more real and enjoyable, and it's not like you're shooting at somebody for 0.5 seconds and then you're moving on to the next. Now at my number 1 spot, at the top 10 things that I realistically think that Call of Duty could change to Modern Warfare 2 to make it a much more enjoyable experience for me, is just the ADS speed when you're jumping. I briefly touched on this in my previous video, but this drives me absolutely crazy considering we are playing an arcade shooter. It's a fast-paced game. I shouldn't be ADSing slower and getting penalized for jumping around when I already can't slide cancel. I already can't bunny hop. There's no movement tech. There's no way for me to work around my enemies to get an advantage by actually having skill at the game. And now you want to punish me for just jumping. You're going to punish my speed and how fast I can aim at an enemy just because I'm jumping in the air. Now I'll throw up a side-by-side here. I was using the sniper. Just running in a straight line, ADSing while running, and then I start jumping. You can just see how it's a massive difference. It's literally night and day. I really hope they can give us some clarity on this and change something, because it's super annoying considering that jumping around a corner is one of the only ways to break someone's camera in this game, or quote unquote break someone's camera. So I do hope that they change that and we get an ADS speed buff, at least when you're coming out of the jump. I think every other gun has fine ADS speed, even the snipers. That's fine with me. We should not be getting penalized for just jumping and trying to shoot in an arcade shooter. Well, thank you so much guys for watching. If you made it this far, please drop a comment and drop a like on the video. I really do appreciate it. The love has been crazy recently. We're going to keep the content pushing in Modern Warfare 2022. And as always, you guys have a great rest of your day. Thank you.